And we are back with another episode of What Now? Today I have as a guest Ivy Chanel, singer, songwriter. And there she goes. She's right on time. Let's see if I can get her in here. Yes. This is exciting because it's earlier in my evening and I'm excited to not be up as late.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
How are you?
Fine, girl. Staying
You look
alive.
gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. See, the sun's out, and I'm like, yes, I'm loving this sun over here in London.
I know, right? Hold on, let me just check my volume. I'm happy that you could join me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, anything to help uplift people's spirits.
I know, right?
You know,
Yeah.
it's been it's been bananas.
I
That's
know.
That's the best way I can explain it. Bananas.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I started this talk is to motivate people and inspire people and see how other artists and creatives are dealing with this situation now that, you know, a lot of income has been lost and just everything is shut down in the entertainment sector. So it's been actually very positive, the feedback to the talks, and people really appreciate what the thoughts and the feedback is and the motivation. Right. So naturally I thought of you because, well, first of all, I've had men only, so I'm like,
right.
let me get a woman's perspective. It may be
represent for the ladies.
I know, right? I mean, we may not be able to relate to all the men's thoughts. So of course, a creative is a creative, doesn't matter who you are. But knowing how much you do, you're not only a talented singer, an artist yourself, but you also do a lot in the music industry and the entertainment sector that has been affected by, you know, this whole crisis. So it's interesting to talk to you because you see it from different angles other than just being an artist.
Right.
Yeah, so one of the things is, what has been the biggest impact for you being shut down now?
Well, no shows, no performing live. I mean, I have about 10 of my shows just postponed. I have my own booking agency. So a lot of we're actually just about to start a tour for one of the artists on the agency. And that's about a good 10 shows there, 10 to 15 shows had been postponed. I had 2 cancellations, and that was the one in France and one here in the UK for the tour. But a lot of the promoters are actually postponing it to like September, October. So we're taking bookings for those times. A lot of, like I had corporate gigs from my personal shows. I had personal gigs, corporate gigs, weddings, birthdays, you know. All that is postponed. Weddings are postponed. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know, I always look at, I always see a blessing in everything. I like to see even though it looks mad, it looks crazy, but the way that my family and how I was raised, and because I'm very spiritual, I believe in the Creator, I believe in my Lord, and I look at the blessings of things. One, it's a testing time for everyone. It's definitely when this thing first hit. First of all, I'm originally from Philly.
So, for the people that don't know.
People don't know. It's my accent. I'm South Londoner now too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I represent. Because I called him. They were like, you know, you have an accent. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what? What do you mean? But so when they told me that I couldn't go back home, I felt some kind of way about that.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm like, I mean, they were talking about indefinite. And the crazy part about it, they didn't even, like, our embassy didn't even give us any email. Now, we get emails for politics and want to vote and, and donate stuff. But it's like, y'all couldn't let a sister know that y'all about to close the borders on us. You know, and then a lot of the family were texting me, emailing me, and they're like, look, Ive, you got to get out of the country like Friday because you won't be able to go back to your homeland. And then I call it home, and I'm like, what am I talking about? What am I doing? I live here. Where am I going back? You know? But it's just, you know, being here. I mean, I've been fine. I've been fine. I've been soldiering on. You know, I think from the virus and everything, to be honest with you, I think it went through as early, like in September.
Yeah.
Because the family was getting hit.
Saying. Yeah.
Because it was so crazy. Because when I was I have family members and friends. Thank God for touring and everything. I created relationships around the world. Yeah. And when I talked to someone like in September, October, November, December, everyone had this annoying cough.
Yeah.
And
I was like,
over here. What in the world? I said, what, they sprayed something? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, what's
going on? And it took forever for people to get rid of it.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So I had to go. I mean, even I got hit with it. And it was like, now I had flus before.
Yeah.
But this flu, it was like something was invading me, trying to just take. Yeah, it was like, yo, put up your dukes. I was like, I have to go 52nd Street on.
Did it affect
everybody
your voice?
From Philadelphia? Yeah, it really messed me up. Like, I had the chills, I had the fever, and the crazy part about it is that I had a performance the next day. So thank God for my family and my husband for taking it back to the old school, like, you know, the West Indians.
Yeah. Woo! Get your ginger.
Yeah, get your ginger, your garlic. Your garlic, your lemon, your turmeric. Yeah. We were making brews. Yeah, we're still making brews tonight. Today.
Yeah.
We're like, what you making
it's
that
all
pot?
natural.
It's all natural. Turmeric root, not the powder. We had the root. Chewing some ginger, because the ginger cuts down your fever. The garlic, it actually cleans your blood. So look, I'm sorry, I'm like having garlic breath, but I'm like, look, it's all for the cause, y'all.
I know, right?
So I'm just taking it back to I just remember what my grandmother used to say, and you know, if anyone see some people that's joining, you know, I want to say hello. Osio, if any natives, any Cherokee nations out there, indigenous from Turtle Island, what you call USA. You know, I just wanted to say hello. I want everyone to stay healthy. And you know what's crazy though? Because I talk to a lot of family members and friends overseas, there's something that's missing in US and also the UK.
What's that?
We're hearing a whole lot of, oh, we got to wash your hands. We got to stay in. We even have like little memes and everything. And the memes been crazy, hilarious to me though, some of them. But
I know.
There's something that they're not mentioning. How do people build their immune system? Other countries, like Saudi, are saying, hey, get some turmeric.
You're right.
Get some ginger. Yeah, wash your hands, clean your surfaces.
Yeah.
You know, but how do you build up your immune system? How about eating natural fruits? How about no one's talking like that here? Like,
but you know why, right? Because if people start doing that, then there's no money coming in. It's capitalism, in my opinion, part of the problem. When people start using natural things, the big capitalist companies like the grocery stores and stuff, they're going to miss out because everything is processed foods and everything is GMO. And, you know, so in my opinion, just like medicine, when you go to a doctor in the United States, not that I have that much experience with it, but I've been there and I've been in the hospital. The first thing they do is give you medicine. Out here in the Netherlands, when you go see your general practitioner, the first thing she or he says is, well, let's wait it out a week. Let's see how it goes. They are not quick to give you stuff. And it's just a different approach. Now, although there hasn't been talk about how to build your immune system over here either, I think everybody's just more panicking on the immediate problem, which is the virus, instead of trying to figure out how to prevent the symptoms becoming really bad, because you will have it. I may have it right now and not have the symptoms, because I consider myself a pretty healthy person when it comes to food intake. But it is definitely a good point that you're talking about, you know, wash your hands and all, and be, you know, hygienic.
Yeah, clean.
But,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, we should have done that before all of this.
I mean,
but...
yeah, we didn't really need a commercial to say, hey, you know what? This is how you wash your hands. Say, like, they're over here, like, I didn't know this until now. They're like, okay, sing happy birthday twice. And that's how I'm like, really? You know, sing it. So all the adults is like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. That's how they doing it.
Yeah.
That's when they first hit it. And then we're like, I'm like, but we kind of already wiped down stuff already. But then again, there's some people who don't know how to. You understand?
Well, for you as a singer, most of the real singers I know, they always take extra care of their voice.
Oh, we have to.
So this being a respiratory virus, I can imagine that, you know, you not getting any shows is terrible, but I think it'd be worse if it hits your vocal
my cords. Oh, I'll be done.
Yeah.
Because that's how I make my living. Yeah. I mean, there's other gifts that God gave me, you know, because I do write and I do produce as well. Yeah, but from a vocal tip, it's like that's my primary gift is my vocal cords, my singing. But yeah, I mean, even when this stuff was happening, they were calling me prima donna anyway. Because look, I'll wipe down a microphone real quick with some alcohol. Look, I'm from the old school. Like, look, you just spit on that mic. Nah, I'm not having that. Funny. Doing beatbox. Nah, son. Like,
bring your own mic.
Bring your own mic and bring your own mic. Exactly. So, but I've been doing that anyway. And then, but that's part of what I train, even for my students. I train them like, listen, you know, just don't be relying on people you wipe your own mic or invest in your own mic, take that to the show. Cause you never know, you know, take care of yourself, have enough rest, you know, show love to yourself, get out to the sun. Cause the sun actually helps you brighten up your mood, you know, cause to be honest with you, I'm a tough cookie, but that first week I was like, what in the world? I'm like, what are aliens coming? Like I was like, what's going on? Like I had anxiety. I had things that I had to do that week. My brain was like, I couldn't get it together. And then everyone, and I think my friends and family, they were sending posts to me and everything. But to be honest with you, that did my head in. It made me depressed. It was starting to make me depressed to the point I was like, Friday, I was like, look, you know what? I'm not looking at I had to take a break from all that. And then I'm like, you know what? It's me and my God. My God. Because at the end of the day, no matter what's going on in this earthly realm, God is still in control. But it's also, that's why I was saying earlier, I said, for me, it's been a blessing. And the reason why I say that is because
what's the biggest blessing for you?
I was on the go and I was on tour. But by the end of the tours, I was exhausted. But then my body, I could have had the virus a while ago. Yeah. But then, you know, when your body starts to heal itself, then it manifests. Yeah. You understand? So what if I was still on tour and I wasn't even home and I was somewhere else, like didn't have medical insurance? It would have been a hot mess. So that's the blessing. Another blessing, it made me sit down and just be still. Yeah. You know, there's things that I was doing, looking after other people's careers, and also, but it's like kind of like neglecting myself. Yeah. So there was projects that I needed to be done. I mean, you know, I'm right. There's a lot of things that I have in the pipeline, book, album, stuff that I'm working on. I haven't before. I mean, usually I try to. My thing is at least once a month, write a song.
And are you able to do that now?
Oh yeah, I'm like.
You're months ahead now.
I'm like,
you got songs for years.
I'm picking up something. No, because I see what's going on, and I'm like, what does the world need? What's the message? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm about encouragement. I'm about like love for yourself, God, for your significant other, you know, your family, but
just your fellow human being.
Yeah, but also not neglect yourself, because I find that a lot of us, we do a lot for everyone else, but we don't take care of ourselves. And that's even in this situation right now, you have to be selfish a little bit, because you got to take care of yourself. If you are down and if you're unwell, and if you're sick, if you're depressed, if you can't help yourself, how in the world are you going to help somebody else?
Yeah.
So you got to practice what you're preaching. So it made me do that. It made me, that's the blessing. It made me realize what's important. That's the other thing too.
Yeah. Well, that's something that, you know, in all the conversations that I've had this past week, it is definitely one of the main things that comes up, like taking the time out to be still, to reflect upon yourself, not necessarily reflect on the world. I mean, sure, that's what we're forced to do now. But one of the biggest challenges that I've seen with people that struggle with the indoors, the quarantine, are people that are maybe, and not everyone, but people that are not okay with being by themselves, with facing themselves, their own thoughts, maybe stuff that they still have to process, which is now a great time to do, because it'll take those blocks away from being creative or being aware, even just so much as being aware of everyone else, your surroundings, the energies around you. It's, to me, it's like, I've always been a person that's kind of to myself. I'm very extrovert. I'm social. I network with everyone, but I sit in the house all the time. Right. So for me, I'm okay. I work from home and I'm fine. And also I have been forced to deal with myself in the past and with obstacles and having to adjust and adapt to whatever my situation is in my world. This is a bigger scale, but it's not different for me. But I still need that time, because I still had to pace myself, because I'm also busy with other people's careers. Yeah. And I don't necessarily take the time out to think of me. I'm always taking care of everyone else. And now I'm sitting here like, okay, so these talks that I'm doing, I was in the middle of the night, I woke up, I was up, and I was thinking, I have to do something to motivate people. Because the first week, like you said, everyone was like, what am I going to do? I'm losing shows, I'm losing income, projects are gone. And so my first thought was, how can I help people stay motivated and stay inspired and stay creative? And so I set up these talks, basically not thinking anything else of it. But now that I'm doing them and I'm getting good feedback, I'm happy. It's not an income, but it's what I do. But it also gives me energy, and it gives me life. And it sounds sappy, but
but it's good. It's good because it's like, it's bigger than you. And that's the other thing too. It even because what I even practice, where I teach my students, and you know, I'm a vocal coach, so anyone didn't know, but I teach my students, like, what we do, it's bigger than us. Our gifts, it's for us, but it's also for other people. You know, and it's for sharing. And that's what I'm saying. Us creatives, we have to think outside the box. Like, we put off a lot of things. That's why I'm like, a lot of us was on tour, and I asked some of my students who are on tour, I'm like, listen, when's the last time you practiced? Instead of just, okay, I'm going to go do a sound check and then I'm going. I'm like, but no, really take time to polish your craft. Where's the schedule? Like, when we used to run, I used to play sports and stuff. We were disciplined because we had a schedule. Well, it's the same concept with your singing, or with your playing, if you're a musician, or if you're an MC. You have to practice. But a lot of people, they stopped practicing and they were just showing up. You know what I'm saying? Or practice went once in the blue. There's no schedule. And that's what the blessing for me. It rearranged my whole schedule on what's important. Like, now I stop. The first thing when I wake up, when I used to wake up, I used to grab my phone and like, let's see which email, because we do, you know, as we film it all over the country, you know, it's the time difference and everything. Like, oh, what email did I miss? But why is that? because we didn't do that before. So I shut my phone off the first 2 hours, me and God and me working out and me study or reading something to, give me more wisdom and knowledge. Yeah. And then about 10:30, about 10 o'clock, then, okay, now I'm ready for the world.
Now you're ready for the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, you be sending me emails at the weirdest hours. I was like, why is this woman still up?
Because I don't sleep.
I mean, everyone's schedule is completely off now. Mine is off too. So
yeah, I'm way off though. No.
Yeah.
This week I said, I promised, I was like, look, I got to go to bed because I have so much stuff that now that I'm able to do. Like I'm launching an online music school, I'm vocal coaching. One of the things, because I don't know if anyone tapped into my, I think I sent you the flyer for it.
Yeah.
Just like yourself, I'm doing a free workshop for vocals, for MCs, for poets, for singers who want to, get some more information how to survive in this type of season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm giving tips on how can you monetize your gifts in this type of season when you can't go to the studio, or where you can, if you're a writer, I'm teaching people, look, there's ways that you can write for other people, start networking on social media. There's always ways of making money. Like that's one thing I can say about Philly, like Philadelphia. And same here in London too. Well, I think basically we always have that hustle mentality, and the hustle mentality is not a bad mentality. It's just look, we know how to make food stretch.
Right. And
you know what I mean?
May not be from Philly,
right?
But I got the same mentality.
Right. So you got to know how to, you got to know how to ride the wave. Yeah. It's only for a season. That's why I want people not to lose hope, because there's some people who live by themselves. And there's some musicians who live by themselves, and how they look forward to meeting people, and that's how they got that natural high. But when that was cut, then they kind of like went into themselves.
Come down,
And I'm going to say, like, listen, if anyone needs anything, like if y'all need just someone to listen to, or if you need a words of encouragement, look, tag me. I'm putting myself out there, because this thing is bigger. I need everyone to stay alive. I need everyone to stay positive, because what it is, another thing about the first week, and well, even this week, is a lot of scare tactics going on.
Oh yeah.
And I don't believe in the scare business. You know what I mean?
That's because we have God. We have faith.
Right. But even if people don't have faith, I want people to go inspire. Look, having fear, I'm not saying if someone says I don't have fear, they're lying, because everybody has fear, but you can't let it cripple you. You can't let it stifle you. You know what I mean? You. Exactly. Because whatever will be, whatever is ordained is ordained. And in spite of my fear, I want you to be able to see my light, to ignite your light. I need everyone to stay healthy. I need everyone to take, like, not just pop a pill, like go back to the old school, get the Book of Eden. Amazon is still delivering. You know what I'm saying? Get the Book of Eden. Start reading up on how you can build naturally, like what fruits are good for you, like vitamin C, 1,000 milligram with zinc. Start taking that, or eat some oranges, get some tonics, like iron and stuff like that. Like eat greens, dark fruit. Like these are the things I'm going to be sharing on the on my master class.
On your class,
because it's like I need y'all to stay alive, because I'm not trying to be on this earth by myself, and I'm not trying to be like
you have nobody to sing for.
Right, exactly. What am I singing for, the trees? Come on.
So one of the things that I found out over here in my area is, a lot of things in the supermarket are all sold out, or people want to have groceries delivered, but there's like a super long waiting line. What I found out is that the local farms, like, they actually have no waiting list. They deliver, or you can order online and pick it up there. And it's all local grown vegetables and fruits, which is obviously more healthy than whatever you may buy in the supermarket.
Right.
And so that takes me back to, this all happened for a reason. The earth is, breathing again.
Yeah.
And taking a break from all the pollution and all all stuff humans do. And so now we're being forced to go back to nature. Not everyone, but those are the options now if you actually want your groceries to be delivered without the waiting list. And I thought that was really good to, you know, go to the local farms and use their produce and buy their produce. And so that will definitely contribute to a better immune system as well. People are now forced to cook instead of going out to eat. People are forced to, you know, sit with themselves, like I said earlier. People are forced to think about what it is that they want to do after this. It's not so much as during this, but also what type of person am I going to be when this whole thing blows over? What if the gates are open again and we can go outside? Are we going back to normal? Because people are like, yeah, back to normal, but normal wasn't working. So something has to change.
I mean,
it can inspire.
Sorry to cut you off. I didn't mean to do.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Just it also made me budget. Because
I'm sorry, what did you say? You were freezing.
It also made me budget my money. Like not spend money on, look, I like my cappuccinos, my decaf cappuccino, but I can make it at home now, okay? Another thing too, you see my hair is in ponytails, and I'm like, look, thank the Lord for water and gel. That's where I'm at with it.
I know, right?
But look, if I need a trim, I know who to call because some of my family members are hairstylists. I was like, look, I thought she was on here, Charlemagne. I thought she was on here.
I did my hair.
You did well, girl. Go ahead. But you can cut down.
For it, but I have to do it.
But that's where I'm at. Look, water and gel all day right now.
But you're right about the budgeting, because though I lost income, I'm actually spending a lot less, a lot less, because there's no need to buy stuff because you're in the house. I got one pair of fancy pajamas, that's it, to walk around in and feel nice. But I don't have to buy anything because I have everything in the house. I don't need utilities or appliances or whatever. I don't need anything really. I don't eat out anymore because I used to do a lot of lunches. And all I can do right now is stay creative, stay motivated, and how do I want to deal with this when I come out of it? Like, the reason why I started cooking for some of the healthcare workers and helping these homeless out here is not because I'm such a saint or an angel, but because it helps me. I can't just sit in the house only worrying about my own situation. That's not helping me. Back to your business, because you do so much. So you do the vocal coaching, you have a booking agent, you are an artist yourself. How quick were you to adapt into these digital streams of income versus the in-person?
Well, thank God for Skype and internet, because before this all happened, I've been coaching, because my students are from all over the world, like in Brazil, Russia, Dubai, Morocco, and I can't go to those places physically. So thank God for Skype and WhatsApp and FaceTime. I just continued, which has been a blessing to me. I'm actually soon going to be, this year is going to be launching my online music school. Because I'm launching also the book, which is the foundation of the website, of the music school, and it's ivychanelmusicacademy.com. I'm going to be launching it. What it made, because I was actually going to wait till later in the year. But now I was like, I got to bring that forward. So I'm working on that right now, and then I have the time to do it. The site is up. It's just whoever wants to sign up and want to be connected in reference to the news, just go to ivychanelmusicacademy.com. Please subscribe. It's going to be a subscribe school where I have friends of mine, associates of mine, interviewing them on, how do you get over fear? How do you get over the butterflies? How do you strengthen your voice? So I have a lot of my friends who are actually, they're professional artists and actually writers, producers, friends of mine over here in the UK, Europe, and also in the stateside in Canada, who is willing to join me on that. So yeah, look out for that. And also I've been recording and sending files to my band members so that we can finish this album of mine. We can, hey, you know, I gotta keep it moving, you know, even if it means me playing spoons. If I gotta make a song out of it,
I know, right? So what about the book?
Yes, my book is called You Better Sing, and it's You Better Sing. Yes, and it's how to release the singer from within, and that's really about mind over matter, because a lot of the things that stifle us has to do with our childhood, has to do from what happened in the past. So it's like how to identify the fear, and how do you identify the why you're doing it. You understand? So that's what the book is about. I guess, again, my whole motto is help others walk into their purpose. That's my whole rap. And it's about love is the mission, because I'm about love. I'm about not hate. I'm about self-love. You know, I'm about, like, let's uplift each other, because we all need each other. I don't care. You know, you can't live on an island by yourself. That's where I'm at with it. So we need human beings instead of me singing to computers. I need human applause.
You need that interaction.
You know, it's crazy. I had because I was trying to get my site up last night, not last night, 2 nights ago. And for the life of me, I was having problems with Microsoft. So I was like, man, I need a person. So I finally got in contact with the tech support, and they called me back. I was so happy hearing a human being on that other side. And I was like, seriously, please, for the love of me, please stay alive, because we need you. We need you, please. Please stay alive. I need y'all to stay alive. Because I don't want it to turn into, like, all we're talking to is just robots. I want human beings. And, you know, even though, I mean, I don't know about over other countries, but I know in the UK, we are allowed to go out to get some fresh air. Excuse me 1 second. To get some fresh air and exercise. So you got to keep, another way of keeping healthy is just to keep your blood circulating. So get outside, take a walk, you know, enjoy the trees and the birds and the, you know, and the squirrels. The sunshine right now. Because
the climates that we live in, we're already happy with this nice weather finally coming through. And so I was actually outside today, took a whole walk through the city, and it looked basically like normal Amsterdam, but less crowded.
Right. Okay.
So people were out, and nobody really stuck to the 6 feet or the 1.5 meters over here, but there was no law enforcement either. Like, I was surprised. Like,
no, I'm going to give you your 6. We're going to be like that. I'll give you air hugs.
Oh no, I mean,
I'm
we
like,
did the same thing. I was looking at other people, and they were like all huddled up in the parks, and I'm just looking at it like, okay, but I'm not. I wasn't doing that. But what I was going to say is going back to the computerization. When I'm in the States and I have to call a company, I have to go through like a whole menu of speaking what I need to call about. And it is so annoying, because the first 5 minutes you're on the phone, you're literally only talking to a computer. I'm not used to that, because over here it's not like that. You may have a menu to press what you're calling about, and that's it. And then you get a representative.
Right.
So I've learned from somebody in the States, because I was so annoyed by that. Like, if you just yell representative, then they'll just connect you. And I start yelling representative, and it works.
Oh, really? I'm gonna try that here more.
I don't know if the UK does that though.
I was heated, because it took me and it was something simple. And I'm like, why is it taking me forever just to do this one thing? And I was like, all I need is just someone to say, hey, Ive, you're good.
I know, right?
Look, don't tick that box, but tick this box. That's all I needed. You understand?
Well, you've learned now.
I learned this. I learned. And then the guy I made the guy laugh, because I was like, listen, I don't think you really understand. I need you to stay alive for real, because you just saved the girl.
Well, especially because this is what your business model is now kind of depending on. So I understand that that's very important right now. Being in IT is actually a good look right now.
Yeah.
It's always a good look because we've been, you know, we're the generation that have seen all the technology advance. So right now we have to take advantage of what is the next step. Like even me doing these talks, I used to be an interviewer in person, and I'm actually feeling alive again, doing my interviews again. And this is what I love to do, getting information from people that may help other people.
Right.
And so me having to do this on Instagram Live, I'm okay with that, you know?
Yeah.
And it does help people. So one of the big things that I got out of this conversation with you, other than all the other conversations I've had, is the health aspect. What do you think is going to happen when, let's say in the fall, all the shows are going through and everybody can, you know, go to events again? Aren't you scared that if everybody's going to huddle up again and be crowded again and sweat in these little cafes and venues, aren't you scared that something like that is going to come back and happen again?
Well, I'm telling as many people as I can, hence why I'm doing this workshop, because I got to I need people to stay healthy. You know what I mean? Because it's like every year, it just seems like it's getting worse around wintertime, September through all the way to February.
Yes.
And going into March sometimes, because depending upon what part of the country you're at. Everybody's getting this stupid cough, and everybody's getting the same inhaler. That's the other thing too, because I was like, okay, it's to the point like, okay, which one you have, blue, brown? Like, really? Like, look, you need. I'm like, I need an inhaler. Yeah, you need an inhaler. What do you mean? And because I had 2 years ago, I had pneumonia, and I had really bad. I was wheezing, and then they said, oh, you could develop pneumonia. Not pneumonia. Asthma when you're an adult. And I'm like, well, I never suffered that when I was in the States. But then they said, yeah, but it's also my environment. It's polluted in London. Yeah. Like, you know, that's why thank God I live like more close to the countryside. You know, I mean, it's still a little brick city, but I call it. You know, we're not too far from South, right? We're not too far from baby Brooklyn. I call Brixton. So, But it's like, but thank God we, you know, if I need to go to the ocean, you know, I'm not too far from the ocean. But, you know, I'm just going to tell everyone to stay healthy, like eat proper foods. Like now you're cooking. Yeah. Hey, eat some greens, will you? Get some those dark berries. Get some, you know, blueberries. You know, hey, you can make a muffin out of those blueberries. Yeah, just the blueberries are very healthy. Yeah. Do some homemade, we say jelly back home, but I think they call it jam here. So you spread, jelly. You know, like eat healthy, stuff, like the spreads. Get enough sleep. Yeah. You know, walk, do some exercising. Yeah. So if it comes back, if everybody's on the health kick and building their immune system, like a prime example, like take it early, like your tonics, and it double up. Before not even early, just do it all year. Just do it every day. Then it's going to build up regardless. So hopefully, you know, everyone will continue the health kick, being healthy and not eating so much junk food. You know, you know. And we're not, just to clarify for people who are tuned in, we're not talking about some diet. We're not talking about keto or whatever else everybody's doing. We're talking about just taking care of your body, minding your nutrition, what you put into your body, if it's natural processed foods, because there's all types of different fruits now. You got GMO fruits, and because I don't trust anything without seeds. That's where I'm at with it. Not exist. Yeah, because I was like, what's up? Why is my lemon seedless? What's that about? Yeah, like, seriously, my lemon and my oranges an apple seedless? What's that about? Yeah, so it's not natural. Nah. So and even also, if you think you're eating healthy fruits, please pay attention to what type of fruit you're eating. Yeah. Because it is not natural if it's seedless. You might get your vitamins, but it's just, there's something in there or taken out of it that your body probably needs. So yeah, and watermelon that is white seeds. Stop. It's black seed. There was some of that last year. I've never seen that. Yeah, I witnessed that. I was like, why are these seeds white? Seriously. I would be like, this is mold or something. I would probably think that. So just you know, just another thing too, keep your mind, like, be conscious of what you're listening to. Yeah. You know, I it's the 5 areas that I got to keep balanced, which is my mental, my mind, body, my soul, my finances, and my social. everything has to be, I can't be out of balance. And that's another thing, what I've noticed from this, the blessing of it is that I was out of balance. Hence why I was ill. I got hit with it. So if you're out of balance, so I like to keep in balance. Like now, don't get me wrong, I like my horror flicks too. And yes, I will tap into the news just to find out what's going on, but I'm not taking these scare tactics. And this thing about the 5G, that whole thing, because I will say, yes, they are digging up our roads all of a sudden in London. And I'm like, and what I'm going to tell people, I'm advising, when you go to sleep, please don't go to bed with your phone. Turn the Wi-Fi off. Turn your laptop Wi-Fi off when you sleep. Because it's radiation in your household. It's like, it's too much. So if that, I don't know. The 5G, everybody is nervous, and I do notice a difference because there's a couple headaches that I've been getting as well. And then I've been talking about a lot of people, and they said they had the same pressure headaches, but there's things that they are putting in the ground are those wires of 5G, because it is coming.
It's true, but I don't believe there's a correlation between 5G and Corona.
No, I just think that's the reason why
it's a different danger that we have to be aware of.
My whole thing is that I don't understand why you're telling people to get off this road and you have workmen at 2:00 in the morning on my road. What's that about? That's where I'm at with it. So what you're not telling me, and I'm not trying to have like this conspiracy theory and all this other stuff. I'm just,
be conscious,
be conscious of what's going on. But again, you have to be healthy. Be healthy and don't sleep with your phone. If you have Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? All that, that's not good.
And listen to your body. Like, one of the things that I'm guilty of as well, is I ignore certain signs, mentally or physically, because you think you can do it all and you got stuff to do and you have to do this and that and you have to pay attention to whatever else, instead of paying attention to myself. So now it's like the time where I'm paying attention to myself. And when I hear my phone go off, if I don't want to get it, I'm not getting it. And that's not because I don't care what's going on. It's not because I want to be mean or ignoring people. It's because in that moment, I'm thinking about me. If I'm already feeling like, oh, I don't want to get it, then I shouldn't get it. Because that's energy that I apparently do not have to serve as that person, whoever is hitting me up. And I put different ringtones and beeps for different people. So if it's my mom, but then I know that if my mom is somewhere else and I hear my mom's beep, then I know I'll have to check it. But in that way, I don't have to just keep wondering, like, who is that? Because if it's a regular beep, it's not important. And that doesn't mean that nobody is important to me. But it helps me be disciplined in not always grabbing the phone when it goes off. Just like you said, you wake up, don't grab your phone first thing in the morning. Be still, wake up with like a positive, fresh perspective, and then get to the phone.
I do my gratitudes. I have a gratitude list, and then I'm like, okay, thank you, God, for waking me up from a roof of my head. Like stuff that we take advantage of, like just breathing, or seeing my plant blossom, and just stuff, just little things mean a lot. Even just hearing the birds chirp in the morning. I mean, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing hearing them and the sun rising and stuff. Like, I'm into that. But also, as a creative, that is actually stuff you can talk about as inspiration. And as creatives, we are very vulnerable because we are open. You understand? So we do have to heal ourselves, because we have to give out positivity, because people vibe off of our energy. You understand? That's so true. What we do is bigger than just doing it. It's actually, what are we putting in the atmosphere? Are we putting negativity, or are we putting positivity? You understand? Agreed. What are we doing? Are we going to be construction? Are we building people up? Or we're a destruction site? What are we doing? Make a choice. And that's what, by me being able to sit down, it made me realize and just have more of a clear vision of what my God want me to do, my gifts.
Yes.
You
Well,
know?
I think that is really beautiful, because you are right. When you have those gifts, it's all about what you do with them. That's with any type of talent. It doesn't matter what it is. It's how you use it and how you help or inspire others with it. And it doesn't even need to be a conscious decision. You can be a great singer and you don't really care about everybody else, but if you have a positive message in your songs, then that will be picked up, and whoever needs it will get the message out of it for themselves. Like, it'll apply to whoever needs it without it actually being an aim. Again, which is why I started these talks. I got feedback that I completely did not expect, but that was a positive side effect of what I'm doing here. And that made me realize this is bigger than just doing these talks. Like, this whole conversation, and I have to say it is a difference talking to a man or a woman, has been a lot different than my previous talks. And also it has to do with who you are, obviously. But still, a woman's perspective is also needed in this world.
Because we're the nurturers.
We're nurturers by nature.
We're the nurturers.
Yeah.
And we're worried about the well-being, and we're worried about the health of someone. We're worried about, you know, your mental state, because there are people in the music industry that are really suffer badly with depression. And I am concerned about that. It's like now they have to stay in their house. You understand? Like, the one thing about us creatives, we can use our gifts as therapy. It's healing to us too. But some people don't know that connection. So my job is to let them know, like, listen, you know that song you were singing, that, you know, the reason why I know this is because, and I'm just put something personal out now, is just that my cousin, when my mother had passed away a couple of years ago, and my cousin said, Ive, you know that voice you said that you always wanted to heal people with your voice and everything. Well, that gift is also for you. I will never forget that for the rest of my life. So when I'm singing, I'm actually healing. I'm healing myself. But I'm also blessing others, because what it is, I want my light to shine, to ignite other people to shine. It's like a domino effect. So I'm very aware of the power of that I have, of being a creative. You understand? I didn't wake up with, I didn't wake up with this gift, like, when I just came out my mom and the doctor hit me and I was like, they did that. No, it's not in that way. You know, it's like I was nurtured. But I just want people to, like, write the songs, like, creative, you know, write those lyrics, play that music, play the chords, you know, let it heal you. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, just let your spirit, let it speak to you. You know, let the gift speak to you, and then you will create something magnificent. Seriously, that is unspeakable. Believe me. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know it. I live it. I'm living it. You know, I just want people to be creative, because it's freedom of expression. You know, express yourself. We have, us creatives, entertainers, us poets, you know, whatever we do, even if we're baking a cake, you know, you got put love in it. Like, that's your creation. Like, look, I love cooking. I'm a girl who like to eat too. I'm not one of these salad girls. You know, but I like to eat too. So, you know, put some love into into what you're doing, and stay at it, because take this time to just polish your craft, because when that time happens, when everybody is out and all these shows, we're gonna need y'all to be talking some real stuff. And not talk about a whole lot of foolishness. You understand? No, you're right. Because we were talking about a whole bunch of foolishness before this all happened. We were on some, like, let's get that money and party hard and, you know what I mean, talk about flossing and stuff. And I'm like, yo, no, God is allowing us. We need the real what's going on. You know.
And I think out of every struggle comes great art, whether it's music or paintings or whatever you name it. Like you said, even if it's just baking cakes, out of every struggle comes something beautiful. And sure, the foolishness will still be there as well. But I think you can really separate yourself from the mass, because everybody's going to bombard the world with stuff. I mean, there are people that are still putting music out right now.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, if you perfect your craft, if you keep working on your craft and your skills and your talent, nurture your talent, then nobody can deny it when you come out.
Exactly.
You can't deny it. You don't even have to like push it, because it's I always believe that things that are done with true, genuine passion and love, they will find their way to the people that are receptive to it.
Exactly.
And that appreciate it.
Because that's the other thing too, because a lot of people were in this industry, even entertainers, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I love my applause.
Yeah.
I love my applause, and I love like my encores, but guess what? I applaud myself. I'm not being funny, and it's not being arrogant, but it's like I only sing things that I mean.
Yeah.
And because I want the world, it's bigger than me getting applause. I thank you, but it's bigger than me. So I do it for myself too. It's like, it's me giving back to the world. Cause I'm like, listen, God forbid if anything does happen to me tomorrow. Nothing's promised tomorrow.
Yeah.
But at least I can, by me talking with you, at least I can inspire someone. At least I can encourage we're encouraging people.
Yes.
Like, look, if you're cutting, if you're a hairstylist and you know, start doing, you know, still practice on your coloring, still cutting hair. You understand? Because we do need you. You understand? We still gotta look fly. You know? But even like
order some wigs to practice on.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Those who sews, come on. Those who did the beatings, and you know, my regalia. You know, Walking Eagle did my regalia. She made it by hand. You know, hand work. You know, her name Denise Thomas actually is her corporate name, but she did beadwork and stuff. I'm about to get involved because to keep the traditions up. You know, go back to the basics. Remember what your grandmothers used to tell you.
Right.
You know, go back to the basic, old school. Keep it, you know, and evolve. Take that information and evolve it. You know, so that the next generation would know what to do. Because that's what I'm saying.
So you can pass it on.
Exactly. Because everything that I do, whether it's teaching, singing, you know, it's 7 generations I have to impact. That's where it's at with me. 7 generations I have to impact, and that's my culture.
I know we can talk for hours.
It's
very inspirational. I did see the homie from Philly asking if you wanted to sing Loving You. I'm not putting anybody on the spot during my talks.
Oh my God.
I leave it completely up to you to let the viewers hear a little bit of your talent.
Oh man.
If you don't want to do it, she just told you where to find her, Ivy Chanel the artist, on Instagram, so she will have all the information on there. But if you do want to do a little tune,
well,
I'll leave it up to you.
I'm not loving you today,
Okay.
But I do have an encouraging song, but I want you to just listen to the lyrics.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel, speak the word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. Oh, sometimes you have to speak a word over yourself. See, the pressure is all around, but God is present. The enemy created walls. Just remember, giants, they do fall. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. Thank you. I hope that was too loud.
Thank you so much. for
Oh,
that.
you're
That was
welcome.
really encouraging, and it made me almost want to praise God
All right.
on the spot.
All right.
Thank you so much for this. People, if you want to be more inspired by Ivy, go check out Ivy Chanel Music Academy.com.
Yes, and ivychanel.com.
Yeah. It'll
Instagram.
Be all on her Instagram.
Yeah, Ivy Chanel, the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely stay in touch. Well, you and me have some other business we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, girl.
But, yeah. And I'm also keen to do follow-ups if this situation stays the way it is. Then we might be back on here to let people know what's been going on. Again, thank you so much, everybody. Also, thank you so much. Stay healthy and eat healthy foods.
Yes.
If you don't know what to eat, ask Ivy. Send her a
message.
Yeah,
send me a message. I tell you.
Yeah, she might have some recipes for you.
I do have to say one thing. What I've noticed, what's been helping me is even when I was ill, steaming.
Yeah.
Steam.
Sinuses.
Yes, steam, because the virus doesn't like it. It kills it.
The hot,
Yeah, and your sinuses. So get some hot water and just breathe in and exhale. Garlic, ginger, I boil that if you have to, lemon, and just inhale it. I do that once a day, thanks to my husband, because, we were hit with it, and then it just knocked it out.
Good.
So
and then after you've inhaled it, you can make a soup out of it. No, I'm kidding.
You're right.
But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Ivy.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.